Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a today's topic story, and this is going to be for the 31st of March. Okay, um, let's jump on in and see where this goes. As always, you guys, you can enter to win a free read with me just by writing the word compassion in the comment section. I do choose at least one subscriber each week. I feel like we need to use a totally different deck that I don't oftentimes use. Let's go with something a little bit different here. Okay, we just got two cards. What are they? Both in the reverse, by the way, but I have to turn them upright to see them properly here, and especially to read them. We have Justice and we have the Four of Wands. Okay, so as far as the Justice card goes, obviously it is a card that encourages us to be fair, to act with integrity, to do things that are, like in accordance with the rules, right? The Four of Wands is a card of like a wonderfully balanced emotional relationship where two people see each other like as equals, and they produce like a harmonious future together because they put in equal effort. It says, so much to celebrate. It's time to send gratitude to the divine and to the angels because you have so much peace and prosperity coming to you in your personal and professional life. However, both of these are in the reverse. So at this point, someone is, I'm sorry that this may start on a sour note, but if someone failed to act with integrity, that may be why they're not experiencing this blissful, happy union. This could be someone who, they, through their actions, they lost you. They lost the connection with you because they didn't behave with integrity. Or this is a situation. I mean, the Justice card, Libra energy there, it can also represent like, someone is in a sour mode feeling like this is unfair, that I don't have these wonderful things. But again, that the act of integrity was really important. We have disappointed instead of satisfied. So the way the primary like energy flow here is someone is perhaps disappointed. Let me ask, what are they disappointed in though? Are they disappointed because they don't have what they want, or are they disappointed in their own behavior? There's a lot of different ways to be disappointed, and that's not the same as being like remorseful. Or we have Three of Cups. They're disappointed over either the desire to come into union, to have some kind of an opportunity to come back together, or to spend time with someone that they want to spend time with, but they're disappointed that they can't. Yeah, we have a Knight of Swords in the reverse, and we have an Ace of Wands in the reverse. Wow. So this is a storyline where somebody is sitting in a state of dissatisfaction and disappointment because it's as if they're not allowed to come racing in because you don't have passion for them anymore. I mean, that's what this storyline is looking like. Like we have a character here who is sitting in this vibe of maybe they lacked some integrity and it messed up a connection. And now they're very disappointed because they cannot come forward. They can't come racing back in. Even if they have passion, it's like, but your passion is shut off. Whoever they want to go toward, that passion has been shut off. Tell me a little bit about what happened here. That Justice card in the reverse. I mean, this doesn't have to be about romance, but this could be about like any kind of a situation, like a relationship, though, where we could have had balance, but someone didn't behave in a way that promoted balance. Again, the lack of integrity. So we have a Four of Swords. We have a Six of Cups. We have a King of Cups. I'm asking about the Justice card. Where was that lack of integrity? Well, someone, if they were dealing with a soulmate energy, this could be all about friendship. Let's not forget, this could all be friendship. This does not have to be about romance, which changes the dynamics a lot, because a soulmate is someone who, yes, we share a lot in common with them. We jive really well with them, but does not have to be romantic at all. Is there love? Sure. Of course we love our soulmates. Of course, I mean, we love human beings that we feel drawn to, and there's a lot of different types of love. So this could all just be platonic still. But as far as the lack of integrity goes, it appears that this person chose not to heal things with a soulmate by showing the love that they could have expressed, why would someone have chosen not to do that? Why would they have chosen not to do that with someone that they viewed as a soulmate? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Well, actually, that's only 4 cards. We'll keep them. We have a Temperance in the reverse. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Four of Wands in the upright. To me, I have to say, and I hate to read stories like this, but if this person was so positive at one point that, well, my Four of Wands is somewhere else, it isn't with this soulmate. The problem is they were thinking that from a completely imbalanced frame of reference. So let's put it this way. It's, say we look outside and we go, oh, look at that. The sun is out today. I'm sure it's going to be a warm day. I'm not going to bring my coat with me. I'm going to wear some, little tank top or something. And then we go outside and all of a sudden the cloud comes over and we go, oh my gosh, now I'm far away from home. I don't have my coat and it's freezing cold. We basically made a decision from a mistaken point of view. We were for whatever reason, we were out of balance, out of touch with ourselves. We didn't realize, we didn't think about, but wait a second, I'm acting like it's going to be one particular way, not realizing that, am I thinking clearly here? Because somebody seemed very definite that their Four of Wands was perhaps somewhere else. But the problem was their frame of reference in the first place. They weren't coming from a balanced perspective. And it wasn't that they didn't know that the situation was potentially wonderful. It's that they themselves were out of whack, out of balance. And it was like, oh yeah, but you know what? There's somebody else up ahead for me that's going to be my perfect match. Well, the thing is, if this was their perfect match, but they were the ones that were too out of balance to know it, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it took them time to be able to see that. It took them time. Maybe this is someone who simply, we have three clocks here. They may have had 3 opportunities, but they kept just strolling along. This person should have recognized things perhaps, but instead they really slowly moved further away, or they were imbalanced, but they were sure that they did want this, but they just took too long to come toward it. It could kind of go either way with this Temperance card being in the reverse. Let me get one more on this. Two of Swords. Now that's what I thought. There's been I feel like this person turned their back on things, thinking they had all the time in the world to figure it out, thinking that if they actually did know that this was their perfect match, but they went ahead and said, yeah, but I don't feel ready. I don't think I'm ready for this. So I'm going to, just take my time and figure things out. And I don't know if they were keeping options open per se, but it was very much like they felt no urgency to actually go after the thing that they knew that they wanted. I mean, that's what this is looking like. Like this person felt like they had all the time in the world to be able to get in sync with this person that I feel like they loved, but they didn't do right by them. That's what this is looking like. Why did they do that though? I don't understand the motive on that. Why would somebody do that? We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Pentacles, both sideways. This Four of Pentacles, somebody flat out, they decided to lock the doors. They held back. They held back the new beginning. But I'm asking, what was their motive? They wanted to do this, or they just weren't sure if they wanted to open up? Again, this speaks to me of the imbalance that we saw with that Temperance card. Either they didn't really know for sure if this is what they wanted, or they didn't really know for sure, like if they were ready. It could go either way. Again, I'm still asking about the motive here, though, because now we have like they kind of kept, not kind of, they really kept locked down, but they were wishy-washy. Like maybe I want to open up and have a new beginning, but maybe I'll just keep the doors locked. We have a 10 of Cups, we have a 10 of Swords, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. This person kept thinking that something else needed to be wrapped up before they could move into this. What was it that they thought had to be wrapped up with that 10 of Swords? What was it that they thought they needed a formal ending on something before they could have this 10 of Cups, before it was the right time? 8 of Swords, something that they just got up in their heads about and they decided to stay stuck. I don't have a whole lot of patience for this right now, this character. I feel like this character was really, really disrespectful of, someone that was, well, they were, right? We have the Justice in the reverse. This is somebody who decided to stay stuck on like something else in their life that had ended. And so they knew that they met an amazing person, but they intentionally thought, yeah, they're really great. I really want this, but I'll take however much time I want because, I'll get that 10 of Cups. It's almost like they counted this as money in the bag. And like when they were darn good and ready, then they would have everything that they wanted with this person that was amazing. But they messed this up bad on this storyline. At least what I see here, they made a mess of this because at this point, tell me where all their disappointment is coming from. Did I pick up? Sorry, hold on. I've got the wrong card here. Okay, that's what's going on. I was like, this was the deck I wanted, but I thought I had picked it up, and instead I picked up half of this other one. So excuse me just a second there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so tell me about the disappointment, because I'm still like, but where is that sense of disappointment now? 5, wow. The 5 of Pentacles. I'm out in the cold when all I want to do is come back. And now I'm not allowed to come back. I'm disappointed because I want to return to this amazing person. And yet I can't come back right now. Why can't they come back? Why are they sitting in this disappointment? I'm from their perspective, right? We have a 4 of Coins. Because now, and you may have done really, really, really well for yourself. You may be a business owner. You show up as a merchant here, and you're the one now holding back. And you're, living life pretty large. You're sailing around the world. You're doing what you do. You're handling your business. You're wearing fur coats. You're looking fresh. I mean, this is like, wow. And the 3 of Wands, it's like you are holding back, and all of your prosperity doesn't have them in the future. It's like they know that you're not waiting for them to show back up, because that's not, you don't view them as your ships coming in. Instead, you are actually sailing your ships all around the world doing what you do. They know that you're not holding out hope for them to show up anymore. So this is tough because this is all from the other person's perspective. What was the lesson in this for this person? I always wonder when I get kind of a gnarly, ugly reading like this, what is the reason for anything in a storyline where it's, it's just grinding on the unfortunate aspect of, actions have consequences. When somebody doesn't do right by someone that they really love, they miss out. I mean, maybe that's what the moral of the story is. But here it says Queen of Staves in the upright. We have Prince of Sacred Circles in the reverse. So why did this happen? Sorry, guys. These are really heavy and really large earrings. I know. I love them. But they're also clip-ons. I don't have pierced ears, so I was afraid that one was going to fall off. Full disclosure. Did I need to tell you all that? Yeah, I did, because that's how I am. I'm asking, like, what was the reason for this whole situation? So the Queen of Staves, you notice how her eyes are closed, but her third eye is on fire. The Queen of Staves, I want to say, is the individual that this person lost through their inaction, through their knowing that somebody was amazing, but intentionally saying, yeah, I can have that whenever I want. Right now, I want to be focused on some other, difficult ending, and I want to feel really stuck. It's like they chose this, though. They chose to stay stuck on, maybe it was with a former partner that they had an ending. Whatever this was, this person just chose to sit around and hold back, knowing full well the depth, even the depth of the emotion that they had for this incredible person. But they, for some reason, like, it's as if they wanted to punish this new amazing person for the fact that they got hurt once upon a time by somebody else. And so they were like, wow, this person's amazing. I really want this person. But you know what? In the past, I got hurt. And I really feel like, even though I know that I could have everything with this new amazing person, I'm just going to like not do much with this, because I really feel stuck on just focusing on my ex, on my past, on whatever this was. So I'm going to hold back, and I'm going to like be like, oh, I don't know, maybe I want to open up to you, maybe not. It's like they were, if somebody else had hurt them, they were still in this sour mode where they go, oh, wow, this person's great. This person loves me. This is going to be my 10 of cups. But I'm going to make this new person suffer that's amazing for whatever crime somebody in the past put me through. But I really love this person, but I'm certainly not going to tell them. I'm not going to, like, this is a soulmate. I know the depth of this connection. I know how I feel about this person. But again, instead of like saying, oh, thank you, universe, for giving me this incredible soulmate that is here to help heal my soul, I'm going to punish this new soulmate, and I'm going to leave them out in the cold, and I'm going to know what I'm doing. See, that's my problem. This is why I've been irritated throughout this story, is because this was a knowing choice that our character made to go ahead and say, I know that you're my Four of Wands, and I also know that I am intentionally going to go ahead and basically ignore this connection. Now they're disappointed, but the big message, sorry, I had to recap all that because I felt compelled. As just how my brain works, is to thread a storyline together. For them to recognize that when you have a Queen of Wands who also was deeply intuitive, extremely attractive, an absolute catch. They were not anywhere close to being ready to be with this person. So it's going to sound rude also, but this person was like, oh yeah, I know that you are my match. And I know that, like, even though you're great and even though I really care about you, I'm not going to give to you because I got hurt in the past and I really want to focus on that hurt. And they did that knowingly. The real revelation here is that the universe is saying, no, sweetheart, that wasn't, this queen wasn't your true match because you were the one that wasn't ready to have the queen. You were the one, you thought you had the queen on the hook and that you could still have this 10 of cups whenever you darn well chose. No, the lesson in all of this is, baby, you weren't ready for that queen. The missing ingredient was you were the one that was imbalanced. This person was the one that wasn't balanced. They were the one that couldn't have this Four of Wands relationship because it was actually them who was not going to be able to match up to the queen. But in their mind, it was like, yeah, I'm holding all the cards. I really want this queen. I really, yeah, it's going to be my 10 of cups, but I don't really think I want to open up just yet. This person was acting like they were holding the cards. And the universe was like, no, you weren't holding the cards. This was for you to hopefully recognize that you needed to work on you. I mean, the Prince of Sacred Circles in the reverse, this is like the Knight of Pentacles in any other deck. In the reverse, we don't have forward growth here. We have the situation where they needed to, like, pause and change total direction. Now, this could also be that if they were going to behave this way, they would have always lost this queen eventually. maybe they never like put in energy to make this work. But the bottom line is, if they thought they were holding all the cards, they were kind of cocky. They were kind of, just in their, I don't even want to say in their ego. It was, but I guess it is. If they knew the worth and value of someone, but they mistreated someone of that much worth and value, instead of being like, I'm so glad I've met you. Once upon a time, I got really hurt by somebody, and, now I see how different you are, and it's, healing me, and it's amazing. And I'm so happy to have you in my life. If they couldn't do that because they thought, yeah, you're really great, but I really want to focus on kind of punishing you for the crimes of some other past relationship. So I'm just going to slow walk it, because I know you really want me. So I know I got you in the bag for later on when I'm ready. This was the big lesson. It's like, no, sweetheart, you didn't have her in the bag. In fact, you never could have held on to her with that attitude, because you got a bunch of growing up to do. So this is a kind of a, the universe has given some pretty sassy advice. And I know this sounds an awful lot like sassy Kate talking, because that is the voice of the universe in this story, because I'm the narrator. But and I'm only laughing to try to make this lighter, because I know this comes across harsh. And I never want to come across rude, but I also think that's a fair point that the universe is making with this storyline. Someone who basically thought they had this amazing person in the bag for when they wanted them later, but right now they could kind of like, I'm going to say, dishonor the connection by not treating it with the care and the reverence that it deserved. And I only say that because if they thought that this was a Four of Wands, and if they really did love this person, and yet knowing that they mistreated this person, they failed to do right. And I mean, again, I'm not suggesting that they did this. The cards that we got said, I really loved you. I thought you were my everything. You were my perfect match. And you know what? I totally did wrong by you. Why? Because I figured that I could slow walk this as much as I wanted. I could hem and haw. Should I give you my time and attention, or should I punish you because I really want to stay hooked on some painful ending that I had with someone else? And the only reason I'm insisting that they did this with intent and with a callous attitude and a hurtful attitude, I'm not saying that this person was actually actively trying to heal. To me, because we saw this person showing up as with the intention cards of the Two of Pentacles. Ouch, that earring hurts right now. Sorry, guys. Oh, because I don't know how to put it on. The fact that we have the Two of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Pentacles both in the reverse, this was a choice that they consciously made, is how I see this. So the universe is basically setting them straight. They're disappointed that they can't come back in now that they want to, because you don't see them as a wish fulfillment. And that still is like the universe is going, you're still missing the point here. You don't get to be disappointed that you can't come back in. You have to first do this work before you could even have this incredible queen. And this, keep in mind, this could be same-sex couples. This could be a male showing up as a queen. None of that is, it's always changeable. So I don't read for genders. But in this story, the universe is like, no, you're missing the point. You couldn't have this queen. You thought you had her in the bag. You couldn't have even held on to her until you recognize the thing that you've got to change here. So it was really, this has all been about someone else's growth. What happens with this queen? I mean, obviously we saw the queen is, from their perspective, the queen is like holding back. She's looking like a merchant, living life. Eight of Staves, and then the Prince of Cups in the reverse. Interesting though, because this queen, she is moving on, but it looks like she got a little beat up in love with this prince in the reverse. Now, here's the thing. The Prince of Cups in the reverse, she may have decided, I'm really going to get to know people from now on before I say that I'll accept their cup of love. Because maybe I've learned too that just because somebody is like interested doesn't mean they're really going to do right by me in a connection. So she may be truly moving on, communicating with other people. She may actually cause quite a flurry, but she may be rejecting everybody's love right now. She's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I talked to a bunch of people, but I don't really, with the Hanged One in the reverse. She's ready for something. She is, but she's still slow to accept a particular offer, even though she wants one. It's like she hasn't seen what she wants yet. Six of Cups. She wants a soulmate. She wants something very special. She may still want this person, just because we do have that Six of Cups coming out a second time. Got an Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Swords in the reverse. No, it's that she wants to make sure that she doesn't have any heartbreak left over. She wants a soulmate that's not either going to be, betraying, and that isn't coming in with a, just to take and not actually give in return. I think she's learned a lot. I think she's learning that sometimes we have relationships where we are the teacher, and then we wind up drained. And it's like, okay, I really want a great soulmate, but I feel like she's coming to terms with whatever happened for sure. She's not heartbroken that this person couldn't open up properly. She doesn't seem to be like accepting any love offers necessarily, but it does look like she's seeing this and she's making peace with this situation completely, to say, yep, they might have been a soulmate, but I'm not going to like walk around hurt over the fact that they couldn't give love. I can't do that. Otherwise I'm going to be as stuck as what they were. Right. So got an Eight of Sacred Circles. She's pretty much shedding the idea of this person. She's not giving this any more time and attention. She's really recovering from this and letting it go, is what it looks like to me. What about this person? What happens for them next? Woo! We got the Tower and we got the Justice in the reverse again. They're having some major shakeups. So remember what the universe had already said is, you couldn't have held on to this queen anyway. You never had her. You couldn't have matched her until you go through your change. This person is having to go through these big old changes. This has maybe been a long time coming, but finally the Tower is striking, and it is crumbling things. Now, again, part of this striking is them becoming aware of just how wrong I think they behaved, and how many things have been imbalanced in their thought processes about how they viewed, like how they get to treat people and how they thought they were in charge of all of it, only to discover, oh my gosh, oh wow. This person is becoming aware of just how important this queen was to them. This was my Two of Cups. So she's convinced this was a soulmate, that I'm not going to hold on to the betrayal of it. I'm not going to, it was just a lesson for me. I'm letting them go. They are going through this major change simultaneous that says, oh my God, I didn't just do a little bit of wrong here. I was wrong about everything. I was wrong about who I thought I was in the equation. I was wrong about, this wasn't just somebody that could have been my, they really like me, and yep, I'm sure they could make me really happy maybe one day later on, and then I'll grab them when I'm ready for it later. This person is actually having like a real awareness of how wrong their thought processes were, how much imbalance there was in the way they've behaved. I feel like this now is going beyond just like, oh, I'm disappointed. This person is finally being compelled to make significant change. And it may be because if our queen is having the, like, she's shrugging it all off. She's really letting them go. She has chalked this one up to, hey, they were a soulmate. They were just a lesson. Maybe I helped them on their way. Maybe they never learned anything from me. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to take on the memory of that as a heartbreak for me, because it must have just been a situation where they were a part of my life because I was supposed to, show them something. Again, that queen had shown up as very deeply intuitive, so possibly very capable of making peace with things at a deeper emotional level, and say, I am never going to give this another ounce of my thought or energy. This person, they're not coming back in to offer love, but I'm also not heartbroken over it because it was just a lesson. And she's like letting it go. She's seeing it for, what she believes it was. But as she completely like releases the energy that she had once upon a time maybe held for this, That's what's shaking them up so much. There's the lightning strike. It's something about, it's just sinking in that she's not even feeling like, oh, this person was a jerk. She's not even upset. She's saying, it was just one of those lessons in life. It's not a betrayal. It's not a heartbreak. It's just one of those lessons in life. Not a problem. You know what? I signed up to help a couple people in this lifetime, and I'm sure some people signed up to help me in this lifetime. This one, maybe I was the giver. Maybe I gave them a few pointers, and who knows if they learned the lesson, but whatever. Lesson's over. It's complete. It's done. So in her mind, it's over. In their mind, it's just beginning. They're just now aware of what this connection is. It's funny. I'm losing my voice all of a sudden. Wow. So now this person is flooded with these memories of moments of like the connections that we shared, the looks that we shared, the way this felt. Four of Staves in the reverse. And how much I've lost. There's that Four of Wands again in the reverse, which, let's not forget, that was in our opening two cards. Someone didn't act with integrity, and so somebody lost a connection that was truly their balanced connection. This person is aware at this point, I didn't just lose like a random connection. I lost not even just my soulmate. I lost the person, because I lose my earring. I lost the person for me. Man, I dig these earrings so much. Maybe I'll just wear one. I'm good with one. I can George Michael it through the rest of this. Remember he did one earring on the, I think, Faith video. Anyway, if you're a music buff from the 80s, you'll know just what I'm talking about. This is really, I feel like this is transformative after all. But what is the end result here? I'm going to use this deck, even though I don't know why my hands picked it up, to be honest. Let's see. I'm laughing at myself with one earring on. End result is, it's time to really look at the details. Somebody is really truly looking at things with a, obviously a magnifying glass. This is all about the details. They're seeing everything that they never saw before. So did this person get a lesson out of this? Oh my, yes, they did. What does this mean though? If the outcome here is somebody is finally really looking at things, wow, really looking at things, but we have the fox next to it. This person could be really facing that they kind of had some sly behavior, that they knew that something was important, but they didn't take any action on it. This person could also be trying to slyly come up with a way to like either get to see this queen. Wow, we have the child. It's weird though, because they may think of this queen as somewhat innocent, and they may be on the sly, like really looking into the queen's, like where's she at, what's she doing. And she may be innocent of this, not know that somebody is actually trying to figure out what's going on with her. Let me see. We have the messenger. We have the rider. The rider carries a message. Also, it's interesting because we have the rainbow here, and then we have the rainbow again here. To me, this looks like this person may be very slyly trying to figure out, what could I say? And they may know that it's like, you wouldn't see this coming. It's maybe been a very long time. Maybe been a very long time since our queen, basically put this to rest. And yet this person is now starting to feel this like, but I can't put this to rest because this is my twin flame. And now that I see things so differently, now that I'm feeling this disappointment, now that I feel like I can't come towards you, now all I can think of is coming towards you. Oh my gosh, it's one of those storylines. So sorry that it's one of those storylines. We've got the labyrinth though. So the writer, even if the writer comes in with a message, the message could wind up just being kind of confusing. It could be a little all over the place. It could also open up like, I don't know. It seems like this person has a lot to say, but they may be just back and forth and all over in the message, or it creates like, okay, wait a second. Do I really want to go through this labyrinth with this person again? Let me see. Let me get one more here. What is that labyrinth all about? Because this is about the journey that we take. And there's a reason for the labyrinth. The labyrinth takes time to work our way through it because we're supposed to learn. And there we have the book. Ooh, we have the book, which is all about wisdom. It's also about the book of life. It's a book of love. And then this is about like the institutions. This to me would be the equivalent of when somebody's finally going to do things right. They act with integrity. This is a major institution. Could be the institution of marriage. This could be the institution of like, the structure that we're supposed to follow if we're going to treat people well. This can talk about like the structure of, just like we inherently know what's right and what's not right, and, how to treat people. I feel like if this writer is coming in, or rather this, they're sending a message, right? To actually convey how much their mind was still trapped in a labyrinth, how not clear their thinking had been at one point in time. If they are hoping to open up a new chapter with you, if they want to tell you about the wisdom they've had on this, if they want to say, and now I can be completely like the way I should treat someone, I can do that now. I mean, that's what it looks like, but I just don't know. I don't know about all of that, right? I mean, a potential outcome is there, but let me ask about the fox really quick, because I'm not a big fan of the fox being here. If this person has changed so much, tell me about the fox. We have the Hanged Man. So if they're slyly watching, it's because they're trying to debate, what do I say? How do I say this? I mean, this is somebody who, they're carrying with them the gallows, right? So it's almost like, because this can be about like sacrificing oneself, martyrdom. This person could really be like, oh my gosh, what have I done? I've messed this up so bad. I'm like trying to figure out how to come back in. I'm if they're being sly, this changes the vibe of the slyness a little bit. What they're looking at so closely is, wow, how much needs to be changed. This person is still looking at things from a perspective of like, and if they're trying to find out what's going on with the queen, they could be saying, wow, the queen is maybe alone, or maybe they want to know if the queen is alone, or if the queen has something else going on. Did she already totally end this with me because I pretty much, behaved badly? I mean, this is somebody getting stepped on. This is somebody walking away. Again, though, here's the thing. The universe already said, darling, you didn't ever have the queen. You thought you had her in the bag. No, you didn't. You couldn't have held on to her with the attitude that you were putting out. So that was always a fallacy that you needed to break through your own, like, rose-colored glasses of how potent and powerful you thought you were, that you could hold on to someone who you weren't going to treat well. She was never going to stay if you weren't going to treat her the way she deserved to be treated. And that was your lesson in all this. So if they're looking at the details, they may be realizing that, oh my gosh, you walked away. Maybe a lot of people have walked away from this person's behavior. I don't know. But I feel like they're looking at the details that you really are gone. It really is over in your mind. No wonder they're being kind of sly about this, and they're trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because it is over. It is over in the queen's mind. And yet this person is, tell me about the child here. Child. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So you're living life large. Again, we see you as a business owner. This is the second time that this has come out. If they know that you're unaware, you're off doing your thing, you're single, you're abundant, you're possibly a business owner. Maybe you sell wonderful flowers. That's beautiful. Or like I said, a merchant of some kind, because we saw you as a merchant as well. The queen. When I say you, I'm referring to the queen, right? But they're seeing like you're making your dreams come true. The queen is making her dreams come true and is totally innocent and oblivious even to what, they're slyly looking and watching and saying, oh my God, you really are done with me. You really are over me. You're not holding out hope I'm coming back. Yet, let's talk about the rider. Can I get one on the rider, please? The emperor. They want to actually sit down and talk like from a place of, courage and personal power and conviction, and saying, I know now what you are to me. I've changed. I've, everything I should have been. That's what I can be now, on and on with this emperor. Tell me about the labyrinth then. Wow. 10 of Swords in the reverse. The only problem is all this does is stirs up everything that was a mess already. It stirs up hurt again. It makes the conversation go down that winding road again of, hurt and hurt that wasn't healed, and, now new hurt that was maybe caused. Wow. So cards just dropped out and they didn't really shuffle. So I put the little stack back in, and then another one just dropped out like so fast. It's the Five of Swords here. This is very much about, there's a lot of things that have happened that went really wrong in this connection. And at this point, it's like, well, now we have all this unfinished hurt energy, right? That's one of the things that the labyrinth is all about. It's like, can we get beyond the hurt that was caused here then? Because I don't know. This is feeling pretty heavy still. What about the book? I mean, is it time to write a new book? Are we writing it together, or is it time to like just close this one out? Got a Wheel of Fortune. It is time to definitely move beyond this. So at minimum, something is closing out. We're having a full conversation with these two characters about everything that happened between us, everything that has changed, everything about the perspectives that are different now, full on, like everything's different. That's what it is, a new book. We are closing the chapter on the past. Okay, then this is our final card. What does that mean? What about this institution? Wow. The Ace of Cups. I mean, this could be someone is saying, if you will just, after we hash it all out, we talk it all out, we go through everything that happened, everything gets explained. Now, can I love you the way you should have been loved a long time ago? Yes, I know there has been a ton of, these are rain clouds that are filling this cup, but can I love you the way I should have a long time ago? Our queen might be responding with, I'm so glad you figured all that out. I filled my own cup. Sometimes it was with tears, but I filled my own cup. My life is organized. I'm a merchant now. I'm living my dreams. I'm doing what I do. Could go either way. Let me see. Got a Nine of Cups in the reverse. This could literally still go either way. It's either that, I filled up my own cup. I got over the damage that was done, in the way you treated me. And now it's just that you're not my wish fulfillment anymore. When you could have come in and fixed this, you didn't. So I had to fix it alone. And now I don't see this. I don't know, though. We have a Knight of Cups. It's either like she's still saying, look, great, we're ready to close this chapter now. We've hashed it all out. I'm not interested anymore because I had to like reinvent my own self. So but there is still love. Even if she's walking away from this, she's still looking back. I don't know. She may be saying, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would want this with you again. But we have a 7 of Swords, which is lies about this being over. Just like this is a lie about it being over. So sorry. I know I'm being very blunt in this storyline. I'm imbalanced. Is what happens when I only have one earring on. No, we're sitting in a coffin. We're pretending that something is over, but it's not, because he's alive. And inside this coffin is scratched hope and reflection. It's as if maybe deep down she always hoped this would happen, but at least right now I still kind of get this vibe that she may be saying, I don't think so. But looking back over her shoulder and knowing that this isn't really necessarily a true answer. We have a Queen of Cups and we have a 3 of Pentacles. She wants this person to actually work for it. If, you don't just get to come in and say, okay, everything's different now. I've changed. Here's what I was going through in the past. And now I really want you. I think that this makes sense because it's like, and I think that it's sincere. I don't think she's really lying. I think it's sincere. Like, but I had to fill my own cup lots of times with the tears because you really hurt me. But I got myself over it. And now I just don't know that you could be someone that I would choose for myself anymore. I mean, I have emotions for you, but I maybe need time to go think about it. And then in sitting here thinking about it, saying, no, this is over. And it's like, but then why am I still contemplating it? And it's like, oh, because they would have to really put in a ton of effort to show me that they would really treat me the way I would deserve to be treated before I would give them my heart again. I need to know that if they're just coming in for something easy to announce this, and then if I don't immediately yield and say, oh, okay, great, come on back into my life, then they split. No, I feel like this is the cooperation where this is somebody who has to garden and tend to this. This could take some, like, every day, how is this person going to treat me? Every single day. If they say that they've changed, I would need to see it slowly over time. It would need to grow. They would have to try to win my heart back, is basically what it looks like here. And I don't think that the Queen is doing it because it's like, oh, I just want to make it hard for them to get me back. I think it's like, I don't know if this person has really changed. I wish that I could believe that they had, but I don't know. They would have to show me that they have, because I'm definitely not interested in, letting somebody in who's not going to be capable of holding my heart in their hands properly. So I don't give that to someone who's done what they've done, someone with their track record. I don't just give that over. They would have a ton that they would have to show me that they've changed. And again, I don't think it's like, oh, then you're going to have to work for it. I think it really is just a matter of fact. It's like, yeah, but how do I know if they've changed? Coming in and speaking words is one thing. It's actions. Because in the past, it's like they cared about me, they loved me, but they didn't do anything. So how do I know how this person's going to behave unless over time I can see evidence of their behavioral changes? So, I mean, it kind of like, it makes sense to me that it would be cautious. Can people change and grow? Of course, everybody can change and grow. Do things like that happen very often? I don't know. These are fictional stories, right? I am not a psychic. I do not tell anybody anything true. These are just stories intended for inspiration, intended for entertainment. So just bear that in mind. The only things that ever come true are the things that we want to happen in our lives and that we actually manifest. So my channel is very different in that sense because this is only storytelling. So if you enjoy something here, or if you hear these characters and you go, yes, I can see those characters because I've known situations similar, then think of it in that context. Like, what would I have done different? Well, how was my situation different if this has some, like it sparks a memory or something for me? But ultimately, of course, it is only fiction. So I hope that no matter what anybody does, it's always whatever makes them happy and safe and loved and valued. And I hope that if there are situations out there where someone didn't treat someone well, I genuinely hope that they do reflect and that they do change. I do believe people can change. Granted, these are fictional stories. I personally enjoy it if there is something to enjoy. And please, if you didn't like this, don't let it get in your head and give you a bad day. It's only free entertainment. Be careful about what entertainment you consume. Always look for a positive or something where it's like, huh, I could think about that a little differently, but only if there's a positive message in it for you. You know, don't go down a road of something that's going to make you sad or something. Certainly not for free entertainment, right? So, all right, you guys, thanks for being here. Thank you so much for liking this video. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for your beautiful comments. Take care. Bye.